What is up, guys? So a lot of you guys have been waiting for this video right here. This is my Robinhood stock portfolio, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot of money up in here, guys, but this account is pretty new, probably about 3 months old. So within the last 3 months, I managed to make a little bit of money, 133 bucks, 134 bucks, which in 3 months is not that bad, especially if you're talking about stocks. Now, keep in mind, I am funding this account pretty slowly. Instead of taking the money out of pocket, I've actually taken a percentage that would normally go into my regular IRA account and just kind of reallocated it to go into my Robinhood account. And the reason for that, Robinhood offers a lot of perks that my IRA account doesn't. So if I want to get a little bit more aggressive with my investing, Robinhood is by far the better option than my IRA account. Now, I've made money on my IRA account doing regular trades. However, you need a lot more time and you need to be way more strategic because of a couple different variables. And this is where the perks are with Robinhood. Instantaneous capital. So if I deposit $100 into my account, my Robinhood account, that money is ready instantly so I can make a purchase. If I sell any of my stocks, that money will become instantly available. That buying power, the instant buying power option, is a huge advantage for anyone that wants to make aggressive trades because you will miss buying opportunities if you have to wait. For example, my IRA account takes 2 to 3 business days for the money to clear, or if I sell a stock, it takes 4 to 5 days for that money to clear, which meant that I had X amount of dollars always uninvested, so just sitting there, and that to me is no-go. That's a no-go. So that is some of the advantages of Robinhood. Now, if you look here, I'm sure you're wondering, like, what is all this one share? That's actually from this right here. There's a link in the description of this video. If you click it and sign up for Robinhood, you can actually skip the deposit portion and not even have to put a single dollar. You will actually get a free stock, and I will get a free stock. So this is actually from you guys or friends and family that I have referred to sign up for Robinhood. Now, just a little forewarning, they are going to ask you for your social. They have to for tax purposes. But it's legit. I've been using it for 3 months. I've actually heard of Robinhood a long time ago, just never really got around to signing up and, getting investing on it. So anyways, I want to talk about a couple things. So I'm going to do a generalization of how to get your feet wet with stocks. Obviously, it's a very complicated subject because everybody's at a different point of their lives. Some people are more conservative than others. Some want to be more aggressive than others. And obviously, some people have more capital than others. So there's a lot of different ways to kind of tell you how to get started. But I'm going to give you a generalization of how I started and how I've managed to minimize the risk involved. A couple other things. Gold and silver, guys, is way slower. And let's be honest, if gold or silver takes a huge hit, more than likely, you are not going to sell. It's a lot harder to sell. You have to take it somewhere to be sold. We're talking about physical capital or a physical investment. This is a couple clicks and you can sell. It's also a lot faster. So you need to pay attention to what you're doing and your stocks daily, at multiple times a day, to be honest. Because all it takes is one bad report and that thing will come tumbling down. Trust me. All right. So my suggestion to you, and I'll get into some of the things that I've bought, but my suggestion to you is to load up a watch list and slowly fund your account. So in the meantime that you are adding all these different stocks to your watch list, you are slowly funding your Robinhood account or your IRA account, whatever you end up setting up. And watch it for a while because the more you know, the normal prices of the stocks you're looking at, so companies you like or you're interested in, the more educated of a buy you can make. And the example I'm going to give you guys is this right here. Where is it? Where's Snapchat? So Snapchat is the biggest trade I've ever made, the most money I've ever made in a single trade ever, and it's going to be very hard for me to redo. Let's just put it that way. So what I did with Snapchat is when it was first released, it went public, and it started at around 20 something dollars. So I watched it for a very long time, and I waited for it to level out. And where it leveled out, even though you see a hard decline here, this is actually where it leveled out. I'm skipping through weeks. Remember, I have it set to 5 years. So it actually leveled out here. And it was going between 12, 13, 11, around there for weeks and weeks and weeks. I mean, for a while. And until finally, it just, $4.99 just completely like collapsed. So I knew that $5 for a share of Snapchat was a great buy. So I bought a lot. And then this started to happen. So right here, boom, $17. I ended up selling it around there, 17 and change. And I made a nice chunk of change. And it's all because I understood and I watched Snapchat for a long time and knew what the normal price was. So that's an example of what you should do. You should watch these stocks that you like, or companies you feel are worth the while, and basically make your decision that way. So at the moment, the latest one that I have is Fitbit. And I've made a couple trades on this. This is my most recent. So not a whole lot, anything to write home about. But regardless, like I said, if you're in the plus when you're doing stocks, even if it's a little bit, that is a win. If you do that over the course of a year, trust me, it will add up. So, and once again, this is because I didn't have a lot of capital in my Robinhood at the moment. So I only put $245 to make 11%, but still, regardless. So what happened with Fitbit? So I was watching it for a while. This is another one. And I knew that it was around the $3, $2 mark. All of a sudden, they announced that they are going to sell the company. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to buy a couple shares. So I did. Weeks went by, and it started going up. The more hype that was going around them selling. And then the best case scenario, one of the biggest companies we all know decides they are going to buy it. Google is going to buy it for $2.1 billion. And then guess what? Boom. And then one more time. Boom. Jumped up to $7. So for every share that I had, I made $4. So that's another example of kind of being aggressive and paying attention to what's going on. If you're not going to pay attention, then most likely you will get burned. Now that's if you want to be aggressive. If you want to be more conservative, this is what I've loaded my IRA account with. Things like this: Vanguard S&P 500 ETFs. I also have a couple Apple stocks which are also a little bit risky. And then I also have, Microsoft and things like that are also risky, but they all pay dividends. And then I have these ETFs. So that's what my IRA account is loaded with. And I just happened to buy one. Made a quick $8. But I'll probably hold that just as a basis of, on here. And, I don't want to have any stagnant money, basically, is what I'm trying to say. No stagnant money. And I wanted to put it in something safe that it will kind of not move around too much, but a nice chunk of change. So I chose that ETF that I'm familiar with to kind of hold it and kind of, do something while I'm looking for another buying opportunity. So that's about it, guys. This is just like a little intro. And then obviously, you want to diversify within your stocks. So I also say with gold and silver, make sure you buy gold and silver, not just silver, not just gold. And also buy some collector items as well as just some stuff that's close to spot. You want to diversify within your gold and silver. And it's the same thing with your stocks. You want to diversify with your stocks. Oil and gas, technology, manufacturing, energy, finance, anything. These are different sectors that you can buy stocks in. And you want to diversify as much as you can within those sectors. All right, guys. And, I know a lot of us here in the gold and silver community are, always afraid of the recession. There are certain stocks that are recession resistant. So look into that, and you could actually invest in things that are resistant to the recession right here, as well as with your gold and silver. All right, guys. So this is the first part of this little series that I might start talking about investing in stocks. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Obviously, this is just a starter video, but let me know what you guys are looking at, what stocks you're looking at, and maybe your strategy with ETFs and things like that. I'm pretty interested to find out. And don't forget to use that link down in the description to get your free stock if you don't have a Robinhood account already. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like it and let me know your thoughts down below. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys later.